Welcome to your sacred space of awakening. Here, ancient Vedic wisdom meets modern life, guiding you through astrology, spiritual healing, and inner transformation. Open your heart, elevate your consciousness, and step into divine alignment. The question of Balochistan's potential independence has gained significant attention recently, with social media trends and activist declarations fueling discussions about the Republic of Balochistan. As a region with a complex history of resistance and marginalization, Balochistan's aspirations for autonomy or independence have deep roots. In this video, we'll explore this topic through the lens of Mundane astrology, the branch of astrology that examines world events, nations, and collective destinies. Using astrological principles, we'll analyze the potential for Balochistan to emerge as an independent nation, considering planetary transits, historical patterns, and the region's socio-political context. Balochistan, Pakistan's largest province by land area, has been a focal point of separatist movements since its contentious annexation in 1948. Originally part of the princely state of Kalat, which briefly declared independence in 1947, Balochistan was incorporated into Pakistan under disputed circumstances. Decades of grievances, economic marginalization, resource exploitation, and alleged human rights abuses have fueled insurgencies led by groups like the Baloch Liberation Army, BLA. Recent events, including declarations of independence by figures like Mir Yar Baloch in May 2025, have amplified global attention on the region. In mundane astrology, a nation's chart is often based on significant historical moments, such as independence or formation. For Balochistan, we can consider the chart of Pakistan, August 14, 1947, 000 Karachi, or the brief independence of Kalat, August 11, 1947, as reference points. Additionally, transits in 2025 to 2031, as highlighted in some astrological discussions, offer insights into potential shifts. Mundane astrology interprets global events through planetary cycles, transits, and aspects, often focusing on outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, for long-term societal changes. Let's examine key astrological factors that could influence Balochistan's trajectory toward independence. 1. Pluto in Aquarius, 2023 to 2044. Transformation of collective identity. Pluto's transit through Aquarius, which began in 2023, signals a period of radical transformation in collective structures, including national boundaries and self-determination movements. Aquarius governs independence, rebellion, and humanitarian ideals, aligning with the Baloch people's aspirations for sovereignty. Pluto's transformative energy often dismantles outdated systems, potentially weakening centralized control in regions like Balochistan, where local populations feel disenfranchised. For Pakistan's chart, Cancer ascendant, Leo Sun, Pluto in Aquarius transits the 8th house of transformation, crisis, and shared resources. This placement suggests intense power struggles over resources like Balochistan's natural gas and minerals, which have historically been a point of contention. Pluto's influence could amplify separatist sentiments, especially as it opposes Pakistan's natal sun in Leo, leadership, national identity, in 2025 to 2026, indicating challenges to the nation's unity. 2. Uranus in Gemini, 2025 to 2033. Disruption and communication. Uranus, the planet of sudden change and revolution, enters Gemini in mid-2025, emphasizing communication, information, and regional dynamics. For Balochistan, this transit could manifest as increased global awareness of the independence movement, amplified by social media campaigns like the trending Republic of Balochistan hashtag. Uranus in Gemini may also spark unexpected alliances, such as the Baloch leadership's appeals to India and the United Nations for recognition. In Pakistan's chart, Uranus transits the 12th house, associated with hidden enemies, isolation, and subversive activities. This suggests that separatist movements, including those in Balochistan, could gain momentum through covert or grassroots efforts, challenging the state's control. The BLA's recent Operation Herof, targeting 51 locations, reflects this disruptive energy. 3. Struggle for autonomy. Saturn's entry into 2025 emphasizes individual and collective struggles for autonomy and leadership. Aries, a sign of initiative and conflict, could highlight Balochistan's push for self-determination as a fight for identity. Saturn's influence often brings challenges that test resilience, suggesting that any move toward independence would face significant obstacles, such as military resistance or international reluctance to recognize a new state. In the context of Kalat's brief independence, August 11, 1947, Saturn was in Leo, forming a conjunction with the Sun, symbolizing a strong but short-lived assertion of sovereignty. In 2025, Saturn in Aries will square Pakistan's natal moon in Cancer, indicating emotional and public unrest, particularly in resource-rich but marginalized regions like Balochistan. Fourth, Rahu and Ketu, 2025 to 2026. Karmic shifts. The lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu, shift into Pisces and Virgo in 2025, respectively, activating themes of dissolution, Pisces, and restructuring, Virgo. For Balochistan, Rahu in Pisces could symbolize a spiritual or ideological drive for freedom, while Ketu in Virgo may bring scrutiny to practical details, such as governance and infrastructure in a potential independent state. Some astrologers predict significant territorial changes for Pakistan by 2030 to 2031, potentially involving Balochistan's separation, as Rahu's influence often amplifies separatist tendencies. In Pakistan's chart, Rahu's transit through the 9th house, foreign relations, ideology, could strain diplomatic ties, especially as Baloch leaders seek international support from India and the UN. Ketu in the 3rd house may disrupt internal communication and cohesion, further isolating Balochistan from the central government. Historical astrological patterns. Astrological analyses of Pakistan's chart have noted that periods of Rahu's influence, such as during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, Saturn-Venus Rahu Dasha, coincided with territorial losses and separatist movements. The 1973 Balochistan Rebellion also occurred under a Rahu-influenced Dasha, suggesting that similar transits in 2025 to 2026 could reignite such tensions. The Shamshan Yoga, a combination of planetary placements linked to destruction, was active during past crises and may resurface, indicating potential for significant upheaval. Challenges and opportunities. While astrological transits suggest a window for transformative change, several factors complicate Balochistan's path to independence. Geopolitical resistance. Pakistan's strategic interests, particularly the Gwadar port and the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, make Balochistan's independence a threat to both Pakistan and China. International recognition would require overcoming these powers' opposition. Internal divisions. Balochistan's diverse ethnic groups, including Pashtuns and Hazaras, may complicate a unified independence movement. Human rights concerns. Allegations of enforced disappearances and military crackdowns continue to fuel unrest, but they also highlight the risks of escalation. On the opportunity side, global attention to Balochistan's plight, amplified by Uranus in Gemini, could pressure the international community to address human rights issues. Support from India, as requested by Baloch leaders, may shift regional dynamics, though it risks escalating India-Pakistan tensions. Mundane astrology suggests that 2025 to 2031 is a pivotal period for Balochistan's independence movement, driven by Pluto's transformative energy, Uranus's disruptive influence, and Saturn's push for autonomy. While transits indicate potential for significant change, the path to an independent Republic of Balochistan is fraught with challenges, requiring both internal cohesion and international support. As the region navigates this astrologically charged period, the interplay of cosmic and geopolitical forces will shape its destiny. For those interested in Balochistan's struggle, staying informed about both astrological transits and on-the-ground developments is crucial. The stars may guide, but human agency will ultimately determine the outcome. Thank you for sharing this sacred journey with us. If this wisdom resonates, bless the channel with a like, subscribe, and share to spread the light. Let the Vedas be your guide, and the soul be your compass. Stay connected. Stay conscious. Namaste.